with another video. I am so excited to have you guys here. I feel like I haven't been in my room and filming a video for so long. If you haven't already seen my previous videos, I've been in Costa Rica for 3 weeks, and honestly I will say that it has renewed my spirit. I did 1 week in La Fortuna, so like the jungle side of Costa Rica, and then 2 weeks in a small village called Santa Teresa where I learned how to surf. I did a surf camp and I captured a bit of it. So before you watch this video or after you watch this video, don't forget to check out those videos and see what I learned along my travels and just see, I guess, where my headspace was. But anyways, today I want to get on here and talk about self-love. If you are watching this video right now, you are probably in the self-love, self-help, self-development, God-loving, mindfulness, spiritual community of the internet or of social media, because that's really what I speak on. I guess that's really what I am interested in. And really that journey did start from the need within myself. I had a need to develop more self-love and more self-awareness and more mindfulness to get through my life and the things that I was going through in my life. And so I want to share some of the things I've learned about self-love and how, I guess you could say, social media kind of misconstrues the idea of self-love. So I'm going to read this little passage from my journal entry about what self-love really is, and then we'll get into it. Self-love isn't only about loving ourselves. It's about loving ourselves so much that the love spills over into everyone around us. It's a level of love that brings service to the people around us and the people that need it most. It's seeing the beauty and flaws that exist within us all and extending that same grace we give ourselves to others. It's loving on others the way we would have them love on us. Self-love does not end with the self. So, self-love, let's talk about it. I think a lot of us have the idea of self-love misconstrued. In the title it says self-love, loving ourselves, but like I mentioned before, self-love does not end with you. If you and your goal is to love on yourself so much and never share that love that you have built with others, then it is not love, right? I think for me, I started my self-love journey really because I had a lack of self-confidence and a lack of self-worth. It really started probably around 2016, 2017 when I was going through like a really rough breakup, and through that breakup I just felt like absolute garbage. I felt like I didn't have any worth at all, and I remember going through that phase of my life where I was really in a dark place. I was really, I don't want to say the word depressed because it wasn't clinical depression, but I was in a really dark space. I was sad all the time. I remember I couldn't even like laugh at the things that I would laugh at. Like joy was very, very far. It wasn't within reach for me. Nothing made me happy. Nothing made me smile. I was just you know. And so I remember in that phase of my life, I remember praying all the time and saying, God, I cannot see my worth right now. Like, I'm aware that I have no confidence right now, and I think of myself in the lowest. I think of myself as the lowest, you know what I mean? Like, I don't see any worth in my presence and me being here and in who I am and who you've created. But I know that, God, you've created me with worth. I know that I wouldn't be here for no reason, and so please show me the worth that you see in me, right? And I would pray that prayer every night, and slowly through prayer and through reading a lot of self-help books. I remember, what was the book? Attached, the New Science or New Psychology of Adult Attachment Styles. Like, just reading more psychology books to understand my mind and understand like what self-love is and what, you know, confidence is. Just these self-development self-help books is what I was reading, just to help me understand like a different perspective of where I was at. And so through that journey I was able to understand like, oh, okay, my worth isn't dependent on how other people see or value me. My worth is on its own. I am valuable on my own. I am valuable regardless of if other people say yes, you're valuable, or no, you're not valuable. My value and my worth does not depend on someone else's approval of my value and worth, or someone else's validation of my purpose and worth, right? Like me, my value is separate from anyone else's opinion. And so through that, through filling myself with like positive affirmations, my whole perspective on life just shifted, where it was like, okay, my worth and my value, my confidence shouldn't come from the approval of others. It should actually come from a sense of worth from within, a sense of knowing that, you know, this world and why I'm here is probably bigger than my understanding. You know, we're not just sent here to earth for no reason, you know? Like God's plan is very specific, and he doesn't just put people in places for no reason. Everything is planned out. And so me being here alone means that I have value, means that God saw a need for me in this world. And so that really helped me shift my perspective and really boost my confidence and understand that, okay, I am worthy. Okay, I do have value. Like regardless, I have value. Regardless if people don't see the value, it's still there. And so what I was doing was filling myself up, right? In that season of my life, I was filling my cup with flowers and roses and hydration and everything, right? To the point where a lot of people in my life were like, oh my God, you're glowing. Oh my God, your energy it feels renewed. Like you feel, it's so good to be around you. And I was like, yeah, because I'm filling myself up. I'm filling my mind and my heart with so much love that other people can feel it, right? And I think a lot of times when it comes to self-love, we forget about that aspect. We forget about the aspect of self-love being, yes, we have to pour into ourselves, and yes, sometimes we get so low that we need to be our focus. We need to mend and heal ourselves, because not that we are so broken, but we've been so damaged, right? And so we almost need to be in that therapy. Like we need to heal ourselves. Once we've filled ourselves with so much love and kindness, we need to also share that with others. We need to also extend that same grace that we needed ourselves to other people, right? And so it's like self-love is really mending of the mind, the body, and the soul. But I think a lot of times we forget about that next step of it. Yes, let's mend our mind, let's mend our heart, let's mend our soul, because without that mending, we don't bring anything to this world. But self-love does not end with just the mending of ourselves, right? The mending of ourselves, the purpose of mending ourselves is that so we can spread that love to others and mend other people as well, right? Like the bigger picture of things is that I heal myself so that I can heal others. I heal myself so that other people don't have to go through the pain and suffering and brokenness that I had to go through, right? And so when I'm interacting with other people, I'm going to make sure that I speak in a way that is loving and kind, so that I don't make other people feel worthless, so that I uplift people, right? And so it's teaching ourselves, or it's learning from ourselves, that this is how this affected me. I know how when people are mean and when people are, you know, just when people are hurtful, I know how that affected me. And so now me going through that and me filling myself and working through that, God bless it, right? It's a blessing to be able to work through your issues. But now that I've done it, it's my duty and my responsibility to now pass that on, right? I have to be able to pass the love that I've built within myself to other people. Otherwise, what is the point of it, right? And so self-love does not end with you. It does not end with you. It's not about taking bubble baths and making yourself feel special. What is the point of doing all that care and love for yourself if it ends with you? Right? The purpose of self-love is loving ourselves so much that that love is then extended to other people, so that they don't have to go through the things that we've gone through, or even if they've had gone through the things that we have, okay, we can be that person that shows them love and shows them the light that actually exists within them. So it's not about taking bubble baths and taking care of yourself. Yes, do all those things if it makes you feel good and puts a brighter smile on your face, so that when you walk out, you know, you have a brighter and joyful energy about you. Yes, do that, but remember that that joyful and light energy that you have also comes with a responsibility to share it with others, right? We're not just filling ourselves up so that we are brighter and taller and more filled than everyone else. No, we're filling ourselves up so that when other people interact with us, they feel a sense of love as well. They feel filled, right? So I just think that we need to have that understanding of self-love, in that it isn't about pouring into ourselves so that we grow and we're the tallest plant in the field. No. Be that tallest plant in the field so that everyone around you can see you, so that you're that North Star, and when people come to you, they know that they can get some growth from it too. They can use that light and, you know what I'm saying, grow taller in that as well, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense, but it makes sense in my head. So yeah, that is my take on self-love. I definitely love to hear your thoughts and ideas. You know, where did your self-love journey start? Where has it taken you? What has it taught you? I think a lot of times I have so many different perspectives and ideas of life, and so it's good to have that kind of like bounce back with other people. I know a lot of you guys, if you're from TikTok, hi, but I know a lot of you guys have asked me to like start a podcast. They're like, we need a podcast, and I really do want like something where I can just express my ideas, but also at the same time I feel like I ramble a lot, and so I like to have that like back and forth, whereas with a podcast it would just be me talking, and I don't really know if that's a good idea because I talk a lot and I ramble a lot. So definitely comment down below your thoughts and ideas. Like, I need to have that bounce off, you know, for things to make sense. But anyways, thank you guys for getting this far in the video. I love you guys so much. I'm so excited about this community that we're building. And yeah, I'm thankful that you're here, and I'm thankful that you're watching this video. So peace, love, and life, and I will see you guys next time in another video. Bye.